shit. Yeah, we're live.
Good evening. Yeah, we're live now. Do you want to do an intro or do you want me to do an intro?
It's not my channel.
Yeah, but Archie, who wants to do an intro? Do you want me?
It's your intro.
Well, yeah, I know, but it's your live stream as much as it. Yeah, but it's my live stream as much as it is yours. But good evening, good afternoon, good morning, everybody. Thank you for watching another live stream on Hi Bye Not Now Then Later, soon to be called the Roundabout Way. Did you actually just get notification of Hi Bye Not Now Then Later?
Yes. Great.
But yeah, this is episode 2 of the Roundabout Way, and that is what the channel is going to be called from now on, the Roundabout Way. When I can actually change the channel name, which is like just under 3 weeks away.
Yeah.
It's going to be called the Roundabout Way because it just came to me all of a sudden. I messaged Archie at like 2 o'clock in the morning a few days ago. I was like, the Roundabout Way. There we go. Archie was like, yeah, that's a good idea. But we're going to structure it slightly different today, aren't we?
Yeah, I'm going first. So I actually want you to do something. So I want you to read out. I'll tell you when the ticker comes on the screen and I start my segment. I want you to read it out. So it's not just me doing it. So you're involved.
Okay. So you want me to? Oh, fuck's sake!
If
I don't fucking care.
if you can read.
I got my own seg. Yeah, if I can read it, yeah. The thing is, I got my own segment, mate. I've got my reading a book.
Yeah, well,
A boy could ask me.
You're reading today's tickers.
Okay, well if you say so, mate.
Because I'm doing the previews and the reviews in one.
Yeah, previews and the reviews.
Yeah.
What we can do Monday, if you and Zoe have seen Doctor Who. Yeah, but Archie, if you and Zoe have seen Doctor Who, the episode, we could do our own review on Doctor Who as another segment each Monday.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, everyone, this was meant to be like... This was meant to be streamed like 2 days ago. This live stream was meant to be 2 days ago. And then it was meant to be yesterday, but I got blind drunk and fell asleep.
You've got a problem.
And I got a problem, mate. It's called want a drink but not got enough money.
Consistency.
Well, yeah, I keep it consistent though. I do drink like God knows how much a day.
Then do your stream consistently. It's more volume, right? I'll be
Anyway, do you want to start your segment?
It's my volume time.
Yeah, well, yeah, I got you turned down, but your volume is fine.
Alright.
I'm gonna put your solo view.
Fuck's sake. I'm gonna start.
There you go. The stage is yours. Segment starts shortly.
Premier League that happened today, or the champ? I'll have to do the championship, I think.
I'll start it. Well, I don't know. Do whatever you want.
Yeah. It's officially starting. Read it.
Okay.
Hold on.
Hello to the one viewer.
Read it?
Fucking hell, where's this? Fucking hell, where does this start?
I know, wait, yeah, I'm fixing it.
Go on then, I'm ready.
Read it. 3, 2, 1, read it.
Fucking hell. For fuck's sake, I don't know where that... I could actually do that, couldn't I? Yeah, I could go to... Yeah. Fuck's sake, I didn't think of that. So, Leeds, Sheffield United and Burnley all won. Luton's still alive with win at Burnley. Cardiff on the verge of relegation and... Shut up.
Reza.
And Rex, what's that? Reza sacked. Reza sacked. Wrexham, Drew and Morecambe, is that?
Wickham.
One and... Fuck's sake. Dyslexia. I use dyslexic as an excuse here, mate. One and Shrewsbury relegated. Yeah. EFL review.
We're back. John butchered all of that, but we're Bam!
Yeah, I butchered it, but you understood what I meant.
Fucking hell, right. No delay this time, which is good. So, yeah,
Well, you got
I actually
dyslexic to
understand
read, so
half
what do
the
you
stuff I'm
expect?
just saying now. But anyway,
Yeah,
by the
but
way,
you
that
get
was
dyslexic to
Shrewsbury
read, Archie.
we were
What do you
playing tonight.
expect? Was it Shrewsbury? Fucking hell, I said
It was
Shrewsbury.
Omar Reezy. I think he's like hybrid. I think he's Turkish and English.
Fucking hell, it's a British Turkish. Okay, fucking hell. Oh fuck! I really did. I really butchered this. I think I'm sacked from my own live stream.
You're banned.
I'm banned. Okay, but hello
There
to
was
the
a
one
bit of
viewer, by the way.
There was Europa League and Champions League stuff in the midweek, but I'm not going to talk about that because who cares? I'm going to talk about the best football in the world, the
Hopefully Zoe will
Championship.
join soon.
So we're actually going to start with Derby County 0, Luton Town 1, which was yesterday. It was a half 12 kickoff. 1-0, obviously, I've said it was like loads. Here we go. I think, I don't say the last time, I think Harley scored the only goal in the game. I think the ball was just, it was a corner whipped in. Somebody was on the right, puts it over across the goal, and he puts it in for 1-0, and that's how it stayed. I thought Derby are out, they're level on points with Luton, who are in the relegation zone. I think if you'd have asked me a few months ago, I said it in the stream last week, Derby would not lose at home to Luton because Derby know what to do at home,
And did
especially in
Derby lose?
these types of games. Yeah, they lost 1-0. So they
And you
literally
said they
lost.
wouldn't. And you said they wouldn't. Fucking hell.
But
We were,
Luton,
yeah, trust you.
the reason they're down there, I don't think they've left it late. If they've got if they've got Bristol City, you're looking to cement playoff position. They've got West Brom on the final day, who are looking could be in there. They're still a good team. Luton haven't had a big bottle. They were in the Premier League last season. They got relegated. They're going to do a Sunderland and go back to back relegations, which was obviously 17, 18. That happened. That was actually quite not the year because they didn't exist. But Luton, I still think they're going down. I think Derby, they're not. Well, they're obviously not safe. They're level on points with Luton, but I think Derby's fixtures are more favourable to Luton's. I don't think they're. I think they're both perks in there a little bit. I think it's going to get Luton Derby running. So I don't know it. It would help, but I know the Luton one, but I don't know which order it's in. So let's just get the fixtures up. They have West Brom away, which Luton still have to play, who are looking, West Brom looking to get to the playoffs, the top six. I don't think they'll get it, but I'll get them to get it. Hull away, who are also fighting for their life. It's an away match, so it's not going to be very easy, and they're quite shit away. And on the final day, Stoke City, who were fighting for their lives, they've pulled away now. I think they'll be fine. So if they don't have anything, they won't have anything to play for in that game. Stoke is at Hyde Park, which is at Derby. I think that is the game maybe to watch. Maybe I'll probably end up watching Luton West Brom on the final day because Luton are the side in the bottom three. But there's not really much to talk about the game. I thought Luton they've really got their act together recently. Derby hasn't been. Derby should they're all the second half, mate. I don't know how so many balls put across the goal line and cleared away in the last millisecond of thought. I think they're really, really unlucky to not score. That's what football's about, though. It's about the goals, but you also do need a little luck to get your way. That's not a lie when people say that. But that's an interesting last three games for both sides. Moving into 3 o'clock, did not watch them. I was watching Gillette Cup Saturday instead. Blackburn 4, Millwall 1. Millwall will not be getting the playoffs. They won't get it anyway. I think Blackburn will be one of the sides to potentially be in a bother next season. They were last season. They just hadn't got the highest goal scorer in the league playing for them. Went for them, they'd have gone down. They'd be in League One at the moment. But they started the season really well, really, really well. I don't think they really have a bad side. I don't think it's a great side, but it's not a horrendous side. But Ismail just failed at West Brom. He's loved it Barnsley, getting them top six in 2021, and then he left to go to West Brom, and then Barnsley finished rock bottom the season after that. Blackburn are going to be in trouble. Millwall
Soon
are
as
picking up
he,
now.
soon as he left, they went to shit.
Yeah, I think
You know what I
Barnsley,
mean? As soon as that
Barnsley's
manager
team is
left, they're
actually
like,
quite good.
yeah, they went to shit as soon as they left.
If you were to go and look at that Barnsley side,
Sorry, I know I
you'd be
interrupted.
like,
Sorry.
there's that Barnsley side that got sick. You'd be like, at the time, you wouldn't realise how good it was. If you go back and listen, there's some names there. There really is some names there. But obviously, when your main gaffer goes, leaves, departs. Um, Obviously, you're not going to be that. So I don't think anyone really expected them, including me, to finish rock bottom. But we're not talking about 2021. So let's get on to the next game. Bristol City 2, Sunderland 1. It was a 10-man Sunderland. I would say in the end, but happened at the start. The 7th minute trade he was sent off for an alleged last man challenge. I thought it was weak, but then again,
You're weak.
if you go into it, if you I think he pulled him back. If you can't do that, expect him not to do it. It probably is a red card, and I'm not saying it's just a bit of a weak challenge. And Eliza Maeda made it 1-0 to Sunderland, who were down to 10 men in the 31st minute. And then Rob Dickie scored an absolute screamer for Bristol City, the former QPR man. In the 55th minute, he just picks up the ball with his hits one. And I already can't really explain it, to be honest. It just fits perfectly. It's a brilliant goal, probably a goal of the week tonight. And then Ross McCrory made it 2-1. I think they actually equalised before that and they got pulled down. But Bristol City, if you go to the league table, I didn't have it. Go to the league table now, Bristol City. Middlesbrough on 7th, ourselves playoffs, 63, Coventry 66, and Bristol City 5th, 67. I do think Bristol City will get that now. And I think if Middlesbrough don't get the playoffs, then I think they should chase Carrick out the town because Carrick's always been one of the upcoming managers, but he's a very promising prospect. That's the same thing. But he's a player, with the squad he has. We're not talking about him. John's gone very static. John, I don't know if he's like that. I'm just going to keep talking because we're still live. Coventry, I think I'll get it off because I think those will miss out. They just can't play a team who's got something going for them. Like if they go to Plymouth, I mean they played Plymouth yesterday and beat them. But if they were to go to Plymouth and Plymouth under pressure, then not beat them. They can't back the pressure that the players taking off the ball. We'll talk a bit more on them in a second. Coventry 2, West Bromwich Albion 0. That's a playoff. That's a local derby. And they're both looking for a playoff spot. I think Coventry will get that last spot. It's just in Coventry. I think in big games they don't have it. I think against other, I think shitter sides they do. I don't know if it's because the quality they're actually coming up against, or it's just the pressure. I'm not sure on what one that is. It's still early days of Frank Lampard, isn't it? But I think, I'm not too sure. We'll have to see in the playoffs. I'm interested in the playoff this year. I can't wait for the playoffs. That should be good. I think it will be good. Not should be, it will be because look at the team. Coventry, Bristol City, Sunderland, Sheffield United. I think if Sheffield United get in there, they're not going to win it. I don't think they have the bottle. I think Sunderland are, they're just cruising a little bit. That gap's gotten a lot smaller, I think. I think they still are like dead set forward, but I think the gap was a lot bigger. But they will get fourth anyway, so no real doubt about that. Coventry, I think it is. I think it is Coventry. I don't think they will get that. I said Carrick is a failure if he doesn't get that. The squad he has, but I just clicked onto the table straight away and just talked about the Coventry game. Let's get to the game. Straightforward. Jack Reddenny made it 1-0 in the extra time to a foul man in the 6th minute. One of the best goal in the world, to be honest. Matt Collins then made it 2-0 in the 48th minute. I actually haven't seen the goal because I wasn't in the room when it happened. Um, they were showing all the goals on the left side. I didn't see that one, so can't really comment on that one. Callum Spells got a second yellow card, which means a red card, obviously. The West Brom were down to 10. I think probably just valued about a bit. Got the clean sheet, got the win, 2-0 win over West Brom, their local rivals. West Brom can't hit a Ballon d'Or at the best of times, especially with 10 men. Yeah, I think they'll miss out. I don't think they're good enough, West Brom. Now let's actually talk about Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough 2, Plymouth 1. I talked about Borough more than I did about Coventry in that bit. We will talk about Borough because they're in 2. Middlesbrough 2, Plymouth 1. I think that will cement Plymouth relegation now. It's not, I think it happens next week. To be honest, I don't know the permutations. But you know, it's within 2 weeks because the season ends in 2.5. But Finn's as the former Plymouth man made it 1-0 in the 12th minute. Stefan Bundu equalised. And then Joe Edwards is sent off for Plymouth. Never a red card, can I just say? Never a red card. And then Tommy Conway scored the pen. Never a red card. Am I thinking about the right game? Take what I said and pinch yourself because I don't think I'm talking about the right game. Maybe, but I think I'm going to go to the ticker actually and see what. Shown a red card. It didn't say why, but he was shown a red card. And then Tommy Conway scored the pen. 2-1. You know, if you look at the table now, Plymouth are there, 24, 40 points. It's over. I know there's only 3 points in it, but Derby is staying up. And Luton could be the team that swaps with Derby, but I don't think they will. I think their fixtures are harder. Plymouth, obviously, have not been very good this season. If they didn't start the season as a shit thing, I think they would have had a real good chance of staying up. But you know, it's a percentage of like, I think they just looked a bit weak in some games they shouldn't be weak in, if that makes sense, against some of the weak sides. Anyway, is John still there? I don't know if he's muted himself. I don't know what he's doing. I can hear him.
I'm here. I muted myself because I was rustling with a few things. I thought I'd mute myself so it doesn't get on the stream. As you were saying?
Right. Yeah. Anyway, into a very good game of the week, I think, in the Championship, or probably in the EFL. It was Norwich City 3, Portsmouth 5. Colby Bishop with a wait. 1, 2, 3. Colby Bishop with a hat trick. I was just seeing if that was actually true. Um, Bishop made it 1-0 in the 15th minute. Sargent equalised in the 21st. Matt Ritchie, former Bournemouth man and Newcastle man, made it 2-1 for Pompey in the 39th.
Oh yeah, Matt Ritchie. Yeah, I recognise the name Matt Ritchie.
Yeah, I remember a few years ago he was playing for Newcastle. He went 2-4, but he scored a 90th minute winner at Bournemouth, which I thought was quite funny. But that was like 5 years ago. Bournemouth fans weren't happy. But anyway, Colby Bishop 1-0. Sargent equalised. Ritchie made it 2-1 Portsmouth. Colby Bishop scored a pen, 3-1 in the first half, and the second half gets underway. And it didn't take long, it took 6 minutes. Colby Bishop got his hat trick and their fourth. So it's 4-1 to Portsmouth. Regan Paul, oh, hold on, Jack Stacey, another former Bournemouth man, this time on the Norwich side. The right back made it 4-2. And then Regan Paul, 5-2. You know. Oh, and then Emilio Marcondes, another former Bournemouth man and scummy Brentford player, made it 5-3. So three former Bournemouth
Wait, so
players
this is
scoring
the
in that game.
third Bournemouth player?
Yeah,
Yeah, so this is a free form of Bournemouth players, yeah.
to be fair, Marcondes isn't very fondly remembered by the Bournemouth fans, to be honest. Anyway, that ended 5-3. Not really much to say about the game, to be honest, because I'm going to get into the top six. And Portsmouth are staying up, which is a good away. Surprised they scored 5 goals at Norwich, especially well. I'm surprised they scored 5 goals in an away game, to be honest, because they are very much home side FC. But impressive win, pretty much. I think it might confirm their status, to be honest. We're not really going to go down for months, to be honest. Um, Preston 1, QPR 2, I will not be talking about that shite because it does not mean anything. Stoke City 2, Sheffield Wednesday 0. I'm not going to talk about the game. I'm going to say Stoke are fine now, pulled away. Wednesday, as soon as Danny Robb goes to Southampton, they're in trouble. Wednesday, you might drop a few places in the league. I think you and Blackburn are going to be in some serious bother next season. Anyway, Swansea 1, Hull 0. I think Hull will be fine. I think Sellers is quite a good manager. I think his squad's quite shit. He's a good manager. And that's pretty much about it. That's telling us what Swansea win. They've actually been quite good since the new gaffer. Anyway, talking about this game then. Watford 1, Burnley 2. Must have been the most boring game ever. And it's kind of 9 men Burnley is 9 men Watford wrong. I mean, Mamadou Doumbia made it 1-0 in the 8th minute. I think that says it's the 8th minute. Watford 1-0. Took a bit of people's up by surprise. Fleming equalised, made it 1-1. Josh Brownhill made it 2-1 to Burnley. And it stayed like that, surprisingly, because Mike, former Tottenham man, Mrs. Zoko, got sent off. And so did Edo Kiembe. He got sent off as well. So 9 men, no more goals were actually scored in the Kiembe red card in the 69th minute. So still had 20, just over 20 minutes to play. But you know what Burnley like, see those when it's, especially I think you know what Parker is like, to be honest. My Fulham and Bournemouth manager. I think both sets of fans will tell you. I'll tell you because I experienced it. Also experienced it against us in the title race. He doesn't like to build on leads. He'll go 1 or 2 up and then just sit back. And to be honest, he did a lot of points doing that, but this time it was against 9-man Watford, and Watford looked like they've actually given Burnley a good go. But I don't know. Anyway, Sheffield United 2, Cardiff 0. Sheffield United always is gone now. I think it's not gone. I think it is gone like next week. I don't think they're going to get there, and I don't think they're going to go up either. I don't think they're going to win the playoffs. I think Coventry are going to win the playoffs. We won't talk about that yet because the playoffs haven't been sorted. I will do a playoff prediction preview. In one of these streams in the next couple of weeks, but we'll talk about when we get to that. Cardiff, it's in the title there. It's in the ticket. Razor sacked, and my Razor sacked is Cardiff boss. Also, relegation, on the verge of relegation is also in that title, and they are on the verge of relegation. They are going to be the second team down this season. To be honest, the first team's not even gone down yet, but Plymouth will be the first team, and then Cardiff will be the second. It'll probably happen in the same weekend, maybe, or game week. I don't know. But yeah, no, I think Cardiff. Not I think. I know Cardiff are done. They're done out. They're not good. They're crap. Anyway, final game of the championship. Oxford United 0, Leeds 1. I watched Derby 0, Luton 1. Sheffield United 2, Cardiff 0, and Oxford 0, Leeds 1. So I watched 3 games yesterday. The final game, which I watched Oxford 0, Leeds 1, also wasn't really like that amazing. It was quite shit. Man of Solomon made it 1-0. Oxford tried to make it gritty. Gary Rowett ball. Leeds have just got the quality to see things like that over the line. They've pretty much got one foot in the Premier League now. So yeah, I'm not going to go really into I do. I'm going to give a brief review on the table. Leeds are top, 91 points. They think they can go up Monday. Burnley are second with 91 points. I think Leeds will win the league, but it's not like Leeds are not bothered, is it? But I think that's the top 2 sorted. Now, Sheffield United, Sunderland, Bristol City, Coventry, I think it will stay like that. I think West Ham will get it in now. It's too much of a job. They're 6 points behind. They've got 3 games left. So they're going to need to win them all. And Coventry ain't going to lose them all. Neither of Borough. Yeah, to be honest, I think that's going to stay. Plymouth are going to go down. Cardiff are going to go down. I think they're going to go down, but there's more talk in there between. I mean, Cardiff are only 1 point behind Derby, but I put emphasis on the fact that Luton are going to struggle to get past Derby. I know they beat them, but they're going to struggle to get past them. I don't think Cardiff are going to get past Derby. So I don't think they're really get out of it now. They've too late. They shouldn't have They shouldn't have brought in Rooney in the start of the season because he is a shit at the moment anyway. It might be good in the future. Yeah, let's have a look. That's League One. It's Birmingham nil, Crawley now. I looked up the points record today. It's 103 points to, well, obviously, it's to go up, obviously. 103 points, held by Wolves. Burnley want that. Birmingham want that, but I think they'll get it. I think they'll get it. I think it'll be fine. Probably should be beating Crawley in your at your home ground, though. To be honest, I don't know. They don't beat Crawley at home. Even Huddersfield bad them. But I think Birmingham will beat you. No, they shouldn't be. They need to get their points on record. But yeah, Bolton nil, Wickham 2. I think Wickham go second. Wrexham obviously drew 1-1 to future relegated Bristol Rovers, which is like next week. That's shit. Wrexham won. Yeah, Wrexham in third. I think Charlton are in fourth, maybe. I'm gonna go table up. Charlton are fourth, Stockport fifth, and Leighton Orient are sixth. I don't think Bolton are gonna get in there, to be honest. You know, look at they're slacking a little bit recently. I think Shrewsbury obviously in that ticker down there, relegated. Yeah, really didn't work with Hainsworth, didn't it? Did it? I think he left. I think that takeover failed, obviously. Shrewsbury are the first league ones to go down, and then the next one will be Crawley and Cambridge. You know, they will be gone in the coming days or weeks. I don't actually know. In a few weeks at least. Bristol Rovers, I think will go down as well. Burton, they're not in the false positions. They weren't good at the start of the season, but there's some manager, they've got, and Northampton are fine. That's about it for League One. League Two, just go into it quickly. Carlisle 3-0 up, obviously bottom of the league at the time as it happening. They actually beat top of the table Port Vale. I don't think they're top anymore. They were 3-0 up. Port Vale made it 3-2. I think Carlisle would have to 10 then as well. And yeah, I don't think they'll go down. Are they pushing? Are they doing? There's a great escape if they could stay up. I don't think they will. That said, Morecambe are like going bankrupt, didn't they? So yeah, that's not good. But they will go down. So will Carlisle. I don't think they can do it. I think it's too late. If you, yeah, so Port Vale are still top of the table there. Now they had a penalty save, didn't they? Because they were 3-0 down. They could have made it 3-3. Still top. Doncaster is second. Bradford is third. Walsall are fourth. Wimbledon is fifth. Notts County is sixth. And Colchester is seventh. 11 points is going to be an eighth. Chesterfield is 3 points behind Colchester. I think Colchester is quite inconsistent. No, Chesterfield has been quite inconsistent this season, which is why they're not going to get in there. Begin next season, I don't. Anyway, that's the EFL. That's the EFL review done. No EFL games today. It wasn't. No EFL reviews. No EFL games on Friday. I'm just double checking. There was Bradford one, not County one on Thursday. Friday, obviously, was all the games. That's the EFL review done. Pretty cool. And then we're going to go into the Premier League review. It's a short one today because there are 5 games to play. This is half of the game week, but I might as well do this one now. John, where are you?
I am here. So Brentford beat Brighton in 6-goal thriller. Cherries ended goalless. City won at Everton. It is Everton. Saints equalised points record, and Villa put 4 past the Magpies. Prem review.
There we go. We're going to start with Brentford 6-goal thriller. Brentford 4, Brighton 2. Good for Fulham, that actually. I know a Brentford result, a positive Brentford result. Normally it really isn't good for firm, but this time it is. Anyway, and Bremer made it 1-0 in the 9th minute for Brentford. Welbeck equalised for Brighton in the 47th. And Bremer made it 2-1 again in the second half. Wheaton made it 3-1 to Brentford. João Pedro was sent off for an off-the-ball incident. Made it tougher. Matoma then made keeper look like a monk in the 81st, 3-2, and then Christian Norgard cemented the 3 points for Brentford in the 95th minute. 4-2 win for Brentford. You know, it's the well-run club derby. I think it's two teams come up against each other that score a lot of goals, or are very capable of scoring a lot of goals. Obviously, it also helps when you play against 10 men. Brentford are in 11th, Brighton are in 10th. Obviously, I said it's good for them because Brighton lose. Bournemouth are currently in 8th, which gets you Conference League. Fulham are 1 point below Bournemouth in 9th, but we play tomorrow. Obviously, Bournemouth did not win as well, which we will go into. I think it's now. I will not go into it because there was no goals. I'm not clicking on it. But Palace 0, Bournemouth 0. One thing, yeah, that referee today. I'll go back and watch the highlights. I see a lot of uproar on Twitter from the Bournemouth fans and the Palace fans. That referee is shit. That referee is crap. Palace fans are 10 men. Obviously, Chris Richards for the softest thing ever, which maybe a Bournemouth play. I think maybe Alex Scott could have been maybe sent off or something. It's not even like I can't say the word worse because there wasn't nothing worse about it. It was two useless like, things in the game. One got called, one got didn't. One didn't get called. But anyway, who cares about that? 0-0. There, Everton 0, Manchester City 2. Late goals coming in that game at Goodison Park. Nico Aureli in the 84th minute, and then Kovacic in the 92nd minute made it 2-1, 2-0 win for Manchester City. Everton have been very good recently, especially at home. Don't concede many goals on the boys. But you know, it still is Man City. Man City are now 4th, 58 points. Forest are falling. 11 points for 6th place. Villa, Forest are 5th. I think they're going to drop out, to be honest. I really didn't want them to, but I think they are going to. Obviously, having big places, they're still the Europe then, so that's cool. I actually quite like Forest. Everton are 13th, but you could pretty much say they're in a false position. You know, the way they started the season and the way they're finishing it, it's a completely different team. Spoke about them last week in more in depth, to be honest, so I will not be going into that.
Right, anyway, Archie, you know, just let you know, Archie, I'm going for a wee. So,
Yeah, that's fine.
yeah.
Anyway, we'll get to the last two games. West Ham 1, Southampton 1. Southampton.
Minute.
Huh? John's going mental. But anyway, Southampton have equalled Derby's points record of 11 points. They're not going to break it, which is a shame. I was rooting for them. They're not going to. Jared Bowman 1-0 for West Ham. 1-0 to West Ham in the 47th minute. And then Okachukwu scored to make it 1-1 in the 93rd minute. So let's stop showing. You know, West Ham. Oh, I thought I pointed this Graham Potter appointment to be good. He's not had a song, obviously, but at the moment, really, it's not working. He's just a very, very good PE teacher. You know, Southampton are going to be the worst team in Premier League history now. They're going to be the joint worst if it stays like this, but, you know, it makes it a bit of a boring season now, to be honest. And then obviously finishing off the Premier Review, Villa 4, Newcastle 1. I did watch this game. Watkins made it 1-0 in the first minute with a deflection. Share equalised in the 18th minute for Newcastle. That's their only goal in the game. Ian Matson then made it, overlapped and slotted it into 2-1. 64th minute, Ian Matson. Dan Burns got an own goal, 74th minute, 73rd minute, 3-1 Villa. And straight away they go up the pitch, Villa, and then get a fourth, Amadou Onana. Brilliant strike in that game. 4-1 now. And that is the end of the review. Well, it's not. We still got a table together. Liverpool are going to win the league. Not tomorrow, but the next week. If the result's good, I think they just need to win. They can win it tomorrow if Arsenal lose and Liverpool win. That's not going to happen because Arsenal got this, which we will get into. City fourth, Newcastle third. I think Newcastle will finish third. City fourth, Forest fifth, Villa sixth, Chelsea seventh, Bournemouth eighth, Fulham ninth, Brighton 10th, Brentford 11th, Palace 12th, Everton 13th, Man United 14th, Tottenham 15th, West Ham 16th, Wolves 17th, and relegated Southampton will be Leicester potentially tomorrow, and Ipswich also potentially tomorrow. I think if they both lose, Leicester will lose, so I think Leicester might actually be relegated by tomorrow. Nothing else to talk about in the Premier League. So I'm going to take a break, a quick one. I'm going to wait for John to get back because he needs to read the ticker. He's back. No break. No break for me.
I've been back for like the past minute.
No break for me then. Shit. Okay.
Go on and click on the ticket then. Go on and you can have a break when I'm reading my book. Oh shit. Try and scroll down, but it's not really working. Up and coming! Premier League fixtures preview brackets Sunday. West London Derby, is it Derby? Between Fulham and Chelsea, Arsenal away at Ipswich United, and Wolves meet at Old Trafford, and Liverpool away at the Foxes bracket Sunday.
As I said at the start of the stream, I'm not going to do it all in one chunk. Well, I'm going to do it all in one chunk, but this Premier League game week is cut in half because today's have just been reviewed because they've already happened today, and tomorrow's is obviously in the same game week, but those haven't played yet. So we might as well talk about them as well because I cannot be bothered to do it on Monday because we have Championship to talk about on Monday because it's an entirely different game week over there. Anyway, Fulham Chelsea. This is my first time actually doing a preview. I've never done one on this channel. Yep, the ticket's right, and we're away. Fulham Chelsea. I'm a Fulham fan. I'm going to talk about it as a Fulham fan. You know, we beat them last time on Boxing Day, 2-1 away at Stamford Bridge. We went 1-0 down to a good Carl Palmer goal, equalised, and Muniz, Wilson equalised, then Muniz snatched 3 points in the 90th minute. First time, I think it's our first win at Stamford Bridge. I think maybe in 60 years. So it's my first time I think we've ever beaten. Well, I know the first time I've ever seen us beat Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. That's a good day. I think if we just Fulham, you never know what Fulham we're going to get. Probably the most bipolar team. If we get the Fulham we got, I saw in person at Bournemouth on Monday, we are not going to get anything from that game. But Chelsea are pretty much as Fulham as us, to be honest. So yeah, that's the game I think to watch tomorrow. Ipswich Arsenal, Portman Road, Ipswich lose. I think they get relegated. I think that's true. Don't quote me on it, but I think if they lose, I think if Leicester lose, they get relegated. I don't know if that's actually true because West Ham didn't win. They got a point. I don't know. Just watch, basically. That's what I'm going to say. Watch. Man United, Wolves, and Old Trafford. I think Wolves might potentially win that game. I don't think United have looked very good recently. I mean, they look good in Europe in the midweek to do that. But are they going to be burnt out? Are they going to be riding the high? I don't know. Wolves have looked very good recently. To be honest, I think they could be in trouble. Moving on to the final day, final game of the game week. Not game week actually. There is one on Monday coming up, which we'll talk about. Leicester, Liverpool. Leicester, Liverpool. Well, yeah, Leicester, Liverpool. Liverpool can win the league tomorrow if Arsenal do not beat Ipswich. I think he said they lose to Ipswich, but they're not going to lose to Ipswich because Ipswich is fucking shit. To be honest, that's what they were going to say at the start of the season. But no, the Premier League's broken. Um, but Leicester, Liverpool. I think Liverpool will be comfortable win. I don't think they're going to go gung ho tomorrow. I don't think they care about winning the league tomorrow either. I don't really. They don't have anything to play for. So I'm trying to say they don't have any players to like rest for things. Like if they're still in the Champions League, then they don't need to go gung ho. But tomorrow I think they just can because they can. To be honest, if that makes any sense. Um, yeah, that's the Sunday preview done. I need John to come back and read out. Yes, it's the last segment of my part stream today. Uh, so yeah, John has to read out these are fixtures.
Up and coming
Just read them out.
fixtures. Sorry. Up and coming fixtures preview brackets Monday. Key games: Tottenham versus Forest, Cardiff versus Oxford, Leeds versus Stoke, Luton versus Bristol City, Plymouth versus Coventry, West Brom versus Derby, and Burnley versus Sheffield United.
He didn't butcher it. He didn't butcher it. Get in.
Wait. Fucking hell, I actually read that all right.
Apart from you said up and coming. You didn't say upcoming, but I don't care. I like that.
Well, up and coming, same fucking thing, prick.
Yeah. 42
Same
minutes.
fucking thing. Fucking
42 minutes
nitpicky
of the stream
prick.
now. So this isn't taking as long
That's
as the
good.
other days, but it's content. Anyway, obviously I have not actually made a summary paragraph about this because I didn't. But I'll just put
Yes,
the
it's
key fixtures,
content for me,
which
bitch.
obviously, basically, let's talk about that anyway. I'm not going to be watching any 3 o'clock, so I'm at one Sholing, our final home game in the season. Pretty cool. Um, basically, let's talk about the championship first. I'm not going to bring up the table again because I did that today. Um, Cardiff, Oxford, these are all 3 o'clocks, apart from Burnley, Sheffield United, what we won't talk about. Cardiff, Oxford, Oxford, I think it'll be 1-1. To be honest, I think maybe even Oxford could go. They are away. To be honest, I think if Cardiff are going, so want to stay up. You win that game. I don't think they will. It's going to be like it. Maybe new manager bounce. They don't have a new manager though. It is Aaron Ramsey, and he's a player. I don't know if he's retired. To be honest, I don't know if he's like just retired to take up the manager role in the season. I don't know if he's a player. I don't know the fucking ins and outs and that. But Aaron Ramsey will be taking charge of that game, and the rest of them until the end of the season, which is fucking weird to say. So I remember when he was like a hot prospect, but yeah, now he's a manager. That's not good. Um, Hull Preston, do not care about that. We'll not be talking about that. Leeds Stoke, I think Leeds will win that, and I think they'll win that comfortably. It's at Ellen Road at 3 o'clock. Win that. I think they can go up to the rest. I think, yeah, I think Leeds. I think they'll be up on Monday. To be honest. Luton, Bristol City. I don't think Luton will win that. They lost at home to Blackburn, and Blackburn is shit. Bristol City are fighting for the playoffs. I think they will get in there, but they still want to get things. I think they're going to get anything. I think they can get something from that. It's going to be a hard game for either side. I think it will be a draw, 1-1 in that game. Millwall, Norwich, do not care. Millwall will not get playoffs anymore, which is a shame. Norwich is fucking boring. Perth, Coventry, both teams fighting for something. Coventry fighting for playoffs. Plymouth fighting for the Bible. Plymouth will not survive. I think Coventry will win that 2-1. Portsmouth, Watford, not going to talk about that. QPR, Swansea, not going to talk about that. But it gets to the point where there's just so many useless games now. Wednesday, Middlesbrough, I think Middlesbrough will win this. I think it'll be a 1-0 win. Maybe a 1-1 draw. Middlesbrough can't. I said it like a few minutes ago. But Barrett cannot play under pressure. Hillsborough's a shit atmosphere anyway. I think they'll win. I think it'll be 2-1 to Middlesbrough. Sunderland, Blackburn. I think Sunderland 3-0. I'm going to say 3-0. For any three, Blackburn are crap. They're also going away. I don't care if they won 4-1 on the weekend. I don't care. 3-0 Sunderland. West Brom Derby. I think going to be a draw, and I think it's going to be 1-1. And Burnley Sheffield United, a battle for if Burnley beat Sheffield United, I think they can actually go up. I think Leeds, if they win, they can go up as well. So it's interesting. Interesting. Monday, which is that's tomorrow, isn't it now? It's Sunday. Fucking hell, it's Sunday. So yeah, that's all tomorrow. It's interesting. I keep saying the word interesting, don't know why. But yeah, that. Also there's one Premier League game, Tottenham Forest. I think Forest will win that. I think it'll be 2-1. Forest is shit, and he's going to be gone in the summer. Um, League One. Let's have a look at League One. Wrexham away at Blackpool. Birmingham away at Burton. Obviously, Birmingham are looking for that points of record, which is 103 points. Bournemouth at Lincoln. Huddersfield at Stockport. Stockport win that. Absolutely shit this season. Wycombe Charlton. That's a big game. I think that was your 2-2. League Two. I don't think anything's going to happen. I think Bradford will be Chester. I think that'll be a draw. Bradford Chester will be a draw. Walsall, I think they'll beat Newport. I could see them not beating them. I think that'll be a draw as well, to be honest. And I think Donny will also draw. I think all the top three will draw to Colchester. County have Cheltenham. I think County will beat Cheltenham. I'm going to say 2-1. And that's it. That's it for my segment. Impressive. That's actually it for me. It's now Johnstown. And we'll be back
So,
Monday night going over those games that I just talked about.
it's me now, is it?
So I'll be talking about this Sunday games, which are tomorrow, today, and the Monday Championship games that just went over. So yeah, that's been me. See you then Monday if John's not asleep. Cheers.
Monday, well, I shouldn't be asleep because, yeah, I shouldn't be.
You better not be.
Has my Wi-Fi gone down?
No, I can still hear you.
Hello?
Hello.
That's good. So, is it my segment? Hello?
It is your segment.
You can hear me, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, good, you can hear me. That's good. So, next segment starting shortly. I can see that. So, Chapter 2 of A Boy Called Arsenal is called Becoming Arsenal, 1971. It was a warm, sunny May day on the morning of the 1971 FIFA World Cup final. I see Storks having jump. It was going to be an even hotter sunny day, and the rich turf of Wembley Stadium was going to test for the stamina and legs of both sets of players. Meanwhile, in Liverpool, particularly the West Derby part of Liverpool, near St Albert's Primary, the conditions were going to be slightly better for the kids of Stillcroft (brackets for Flynn family) had moved across to, around the corner in the interim years from North Cantrell Avenue and its surrounding snooty nosed urchin. That's right, URCHINS. Urchins from Dumbrice Road,
Urchins in it. Did you say
Princess
sea urchins?
Drive. Yeah, sea urchins. Yeah, urchins. Yeah, I think it's
Yeah,
like sea urchins or urchins.
yeah, that's the FA.
Uh, and Haswell Drive, where we're about to play their own version of the FA Cup final on the hallowed turf. What's hallowed turf then, Archie?
The way it's described in the grass, isn't it? That's it. There's nothing really much to it.
But fucking, it was just basically turf. Hello to that one viewer, by the way. There's always been that one viewer watching this for this whole 50-minute stream of St Albert's playing field. Not as something of a surface surroundings as the Twin Towers, but not as hard on the legs either. Bundling over the fence and playing their own version of the FA Cup final. Everyone wanted to be their favourite players from the side contesting, basically being in the final. This year, with Liverpool being one of them, the Aulo Alecus something rather, Aulo something rather of players' names were going to be even more difficult. Young Flynn, brackets, not yet to become Arsenal, was one of about 20 lads hearing off down streets Croft to get to the school pitch. The two Wembley sides were lined up as follows. Now there's a table, right? In Liverpool, there's one side, some names, and then another side, another names. I'm not going to read all the names because, then there's the Arsenal side. As you might imagine, the demand was certainly on the all-red side. 20 Liverpool kids fighting for 10 names was never going to work, and Flynn knew this. He played in goal, but the school goalkeeper was part of the gang that day, and Flynn, for 10 paper, 10, 12, knew that the other kid would be Ray Clements for the day, so wanting to ensure his place in the side in his favourite position, our canny hero thought, I'll be Bob Wilson. That's a surname I can actually read. And sped off to one end of the pitch, throwing two jerseys down to make the goal. He tried to shout over his shoulder that he would be Arsenal's goalie, but as for many other times in his short life, his stammer stopped him from getting the words out. Another interview with Arsenal and Alan. Alan, how in God's name did a little runner around Scorus or something rather, running around by Liverpool, Everton, and Tranmere fans get the name Arsenal? Arsenal. Saturday, 8th of May 1971, it was the FA Cup final. All the kids from the air raid used to go over to the fields and put their jumpers down, but I'd make a goal. We would have the cup final before the real cup final. So we all ran over to the field, and I was always the goalie. So I thought. I know that kid's going to go in goal, so I'll go in that brackets. Arsenal pointed to one side of his living room. Close brackets. Goal. So I went down to the Arsenal goal and put down 2 jumpers. There was about 20 of us. They and when I turned around, there was 19 on the Liverpool side and just me on the Arsenal side in the goal. And everyone just started pumping their fist into the air and chanting Arsenal, Arsenal. And it just stuck. Alan, and you were Bob Wilson for the day. Arsenal. And then when I went home and told me mum and dad I want Arsenal to win today, I was just ripped. I was fantasized then. I remember Steve Highway, it's like high like height, but then highway, scoring, and I could feel the anger. Then Eddie Kelly, not Eddie Howe, Eddie Kelly, equalised and put the game into extra time. And then Charlie George. Never heard of any of these people. Have you heard of him, Archie? Guess not. Got the winning shot for the outside of the box, top right hand corner. From that day, I was addicted to the game. So Flynn left the house that morning and came back as Arsenal. His mates soon realised that if they called him Arsenal instead of his real name, he had a far better chance of recognising the ball. He stopped answering to his real name at home until his brothers continued to call him Arsenal. There is a serious matter of identity to be considered here. Later on in his life, he would actually change his name Arsenal by deed poll. Just Catherine changed your name to deed poll. She filled the form in wrongly. Where was it? Fuck's sake. And at one of our discussions, he used the expression, "All I ever wanted to be was Arsenal." Open brackets. For the sake of clarity, when referring to Arsenal football team, I will say AFC. When you read Arsenal, it will be the person. Flynn was creating a new character or person that he could identify with and give him a meaning in life. To use both his and his parents' words, he became addicted to Arsenal Football Club. But more importantly, he stopped being Flynn and became Arsenal. He no longer would answer to his given Christian name, and today will not even tell people, including myself, what his first given name was. As far as he is concerned, he is Arsenal. At that point, Arsenal Flynn, it would be a while before he'd be called Arsenal Whittick. In September 1973, Arsenal started senior school. Another traumatic day, not just in the life of Arsenal, but in early years of any kid. Everything is big. The desks and chairs are made for 16-year-old giants. The school is bigger, and the classroom and the assembly hall are bigger. And there are people milling around everywhere. At the time, as a child, so do you feel like you had been dumped. Off in central London and told to find your own way home. But Onus, so ONUS, Onus, is now on you. Oh, Honours. So Owners, no, Hooners, is now on you to get to your classroom. The teacher no longer comes to you. You have great responsibility than ever before to keep time and be in the right place at the right time. Since Dominic's in Hyde, is it Hyde? Hyuty? Hyde. Highton? Now no longer was no different. In any other 1970s secondary modern, Marston was thrown into this cauldron of raging homeless with an inability to express himself. You understand in this book so far, Archie?
Yeah.
Good. Where do I get up to? Oh, identity expressing because of his severe stammer and adding to the problems of being an undiagnosed person with autism. We cannot even begin to think how different moving to a new school can be for a kid with autism. Today planned visits for the children would be made ahead of time. Visual aids can help a kid understand what will be happening and visual got something rather. Fine if you don't have a stomach. Nevertheless, these should be used more than once, particularly if the child is going to take place over a prolonged period of time, which moving schools obviously is. There are a lot of strengths that are used today. Use of social stories, preparation in the kids' current school, obviously preparing the new school about the requirements and needs of the new pupil, and just talking to the child and managing his or her anxieties in advance. Now in 1972, Arsenal turned up on the on day one with about school. So young Master Flynn arrived at St. Dominic's Roman Catholic about after a 20 to 25-minute walk across the field by something rather infants and past Hope Primary. His new clothes were rubbing him and brought to fit so that he could grow into them. Dark blue blazer, grey trousers, bright blue jumper, and crisp white socks. Oh, shirt, sorry. It does say socks after. With a blue and white tie. Flynn looked as good as he ever did, even if everything was made for a lad of slightly greater stature and build. You see how many pages I've actually got for this chapter? I've still got 10 pages left, so I'll do another page and that will do. That right, Archie?
Yeah.
Yes, mate. Good. Right, so it's an interview of Arsenal and Alan. So first of all, it's Alan asking one question, is Arsenal answering it by a big answer. Alan, how did you find senior school? Arsenal. In junior school, I was always Flynn. That's something else I remember always being Flynn. Brackets. At this point, Arsenal pauses and takes quite a while to, in conversational terms, to start speaking again. Close brackets. When I was going to senior school, I I gather my parents had decided to have us all under one name and call us Wittick, but they didn't tell me. So I remember the first day at senior school. Back then, they used to be the register, and it's your first day. They used to do registers in the playground. They used to call just you by your name. So Wittick was right at the bottom, but my name was Flint. So no one told me anything otherwise. And then the teachers going through the names, and I'm not even thinking. I'm not even thinking I am. I'm trying to hear Flynn, aren't I? And then they call out Wittick. I don't even answer. In my head, I'm Flynn, and didn't even answer. From then, I was the boy who didn't even know his own name. This is the end of the interview. This will get on page. Arsenal was building himself up to just be able to say yes, sir, or here, or whatever else was shouting out to notify themselves as all present and correct. His stammer was very bad, and all he was concerned about was hearing Flynn and being able to respond correctly, or quite quickly enough so as not to be a laughingstock. As it was, he became a boy who didn't even know his own name. Children are quick not to be a little cruel when it comes to forming a help something rather and ensuring that they're not at the bottom of it. Not being able to respond to the name Wittick immediately singled out Arsenal as someone who to be recalled and to a mild degree of bullying. I read to end this sentence. Today we are telling this story. Arsenal does it when with a smile on his face and shrugs with his shoulders. And that is life, isn't it? And that is the end of my reading for the day. Where's my bookmark? Where's my bookmark? We're on page 16. We're on page 16 now. So, I was hoping Zoe would join. But she didn't.
Yeah.
I said to her that live stream, we're going live at half 11 UK time, or half an hour. This was like 11 o'clock. We're going live in 30 minutes. And this was like an hour ago, or hour and a half ago.
You could bring me back on the front now.
Oh yeah, sure, I can, can't I? There you go.
Whoa. From there. What my best move?
So Archie,
Actually,
is there anything else you want to say?
not really. To be fair.
Okay then.
What do you what?
I
I've got
know.
the Monday is the second half of this Premier Game Week uh review.
Okay.
And of course, there's a brand new game week for the Championship to go over as well on Monday, and then Wednesday I might. I have no idea. to be honest. I don't know what we'll do Wednesday. Go live Wednesday though. It might be a
But yeah, go
workout.
live
It might
Monday,
be like
Wednesday, and Friday.
it might be a normal stream. Who knows?
But anyway, do you want to say anything before I end the stream, Archie?
Follow.
Do you want to say anything before I end the stream? What?
Follow the stream.
Yeah, follow, yeah. Yeah, follow
Right.
live stream, yeah, and everything like that. But as always, goodbye.